Hey guys, we actually just hit 200 subscribers. That's pretty cool. If we wanted that,
Yeah, for real.
if we want, what did we say last time, dude? We don't want.
You know, it's crazy because I don't think. Have we posted it yet? No. We hadn't posted it yet.
Oh,
you know, so like I'm gonna give you guys that one. But after this point, I shouldn't say.
Oh yeah, we have the first 10 minutes. Okay, all right. Where we start? Hey, what the freak, guys? We cussed the last time we talked, and apparently you're not supposed to cuss in the first 10 minutes of a video because
30 seconds.
30 seconds? Oh, then freak yeah. We're fine. We could have just kept the last one.
All I'm saying, man, we get it. You guys like the podcast. You guys are coming out. You guys are giving us a lot of views. But stop subscribing to us.
If you guys keep subscribing, we're going to start a Patreon and only release through there.
Mm-hmm. And it's going to be $300 a month.
And I'm going to leave the podcast.
Yeah. Guys, please subscribe to us.
Hey, what is up, Jared?
Hey.
How
Hey.
are you?
I'm good.
How has been your day?
Day good.
You like good day?
Good day.
Day good today.
How your day going?
Okay.
It K?
All right.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
But
It's turned. So it's going somewhere else.
Start it with him and then just clap in. I'll clap since you guys this shit. Okay, if you want to do it.
No, I just felt like exhaling. That wasn't a reaction.
No, okay. No, I'm saying like when you drop your phone. If you want to clap, you can just clap.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What do you want to clap?
Yeah. Stand up, start clapping my balls.
Clapping pussy lips.
Okay.
You clap like this? I feel when people clap like this, it's like elegant. People clap like this, it's like.
This is stupid. There's no reason to clap like this.
Hey, you're stupid if you clap
Okay,
like
I'm
this.
sorry.
But no, I didn't mean you.
Oh, okay.
I realize I'm mean.
Yeah.
Am I mean, dude?
No, you're not mean. You're just an asshole.
Oh, okay, cool.
There's a difference, you know? Like,
Fuck, because I had this
Oh, this is genius.
Yeah.
You guys did this?
No one thought of that.
You're a fucking gaffer, bro.
Fuck gaff,
That's
man.
insane.
Yeah, Daniel could never.
I want to give, before we even get into this, let's do a little shout out to Dylan real quick. Dylan is the silent hero of this podcast. We would not be doing what we're doing without him.
We don't let him talk.
Yeah, we don't let him talk because, I mean, his opinion is kind of, if you think that we're out of pocket, his opinion is like, it's
crazy,
even farther
dude.
than that. So
like
we
one
kind of
day,
we have to silence him a little bit.
Came in like a white hoodie and a white mask. He's like, Happy Halloween.
Yeah. And we didn't know how to feel about it. We're still trying to process it. But other than that kind of stuff, Dylan is a great dude.
Yeah, dude.
He's out here. Switch to your camera, Dylan. It's okay. Don't be shy.
Dylan,
switch to your camera. Dylan's out here. Dylan's, at least, well, today we have McKiley. You guys can't see him on camera. But Dylan is usually out here working on the straight 8M. He's live cutting this whole podcast. He's doing the audio. He's taking notes whenever all this is kind of getting a little off the rails and saying things about molestation and pedophilia and racism. And he's out here killing it. So I just wanted to give a quick shout out to Dylan about that.
So what, you're just going to punch me down while I'm trying to praise?
You're great. We wouldn't be doing this. You know, I'm going to give a shout out to all this too. You know what, all this?
Yeah.
We wouldn't be doing this without you. We're grateful. You bring an energy to this podcast that we really need. It really like brings it up. And I'm grateful.
Jared.
Think about you a lot.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
You
don't have to.
Okay, cool. Okay. So today we got a comment.
Bring on a segment.
Jared.
Yeah.
When I hug you, you make me question my sexuality. Like, why do you think? Like, it's the intrusive thoughts. I'm like, I'm gonna suck them off.
Okay.
And I'm like, should I do it? And then hugging you, and I'm like, I should.
Yeah.
Change my friend circle.
Okay.
To be more Jared's.
Oh, you for real?
Because sometimes, like, you know how it's like, get out of your comfort zone?
Yeah.
You make me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I need to be around.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I push you to be better, you know?
Not exactly. Like, kind of like, if someone kept punching you in the stomach.
Okay.
And was saying, like, are you uncomfortable? I'd be like, yeah, really uncomfortable. I just ate. Then you'd say, well, you're getting out of your comfort zone.
You don't want a six-pack?
And then you'd run away. It's more like a black eye.
Okay. Well, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, though.
Exactly. So that's my mindset. I want more people that don't make me feel good about myself.
Okay, yeah.
Physically, emotionally.
Yeah.
So,
and you're saying, and I do that for you.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes me really happy to hear. So thank you for that.
Because people are like saying, "Stay, stop bullying."
Yeah.
No.
Bring it back.
That's how I became the man I am today.
Yeah, exactly.
Bullies.
Exactly.
Am I a bully?
Yeah, and I can't wait for the episode where we bring on one of your bullies.
That's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
I had a dream. Told you guys, right? I had a dream. I brought on my bully.
Yeah, and then it got weird.
And then it got weird. He just became like he was holding grudges against me the whole time.
Yeah.
And then he disappeared. Like, you know, in like Avatar when Zuko's in like the blue mask, and then he disappears over like a really nice shingled roof.
Yeah.
It's like that, but instead it's my bully who drives a Dodge Charger.
Yeah.
Today we have a very cool guest, a man who's been in the industry for probably longer than I've been alive. I think. If not, I think that might be insulting him. We have Kevin Boston.
He's Kevin. We love you, Kevin.
Should we insert your?
Oh no, I mean you haven't seen that episode of SpongeBob?
I have, but I'm also talking about your Kevin.
Oh yeah, we can. I said we have Kevin. We literally Photoshop me from 2019 right here.
Yeah,
that'd be so sick.
But we have Kevin Boston. He's the head of production at Riveting Entertainment and working with people, including Chris Brown, Jack Harlow,
insane,
Missy Elliott. He did Bazzy recently, YK Osiris,
and he's gonna be sitting on the couch with us.
And he's gonna be sitting on the couch with us.
Ridiculous. It's
gonna be very cool. It's a cool episode, and we also have Jenny Thach.
Jenny Thach.
She's cool. Met her on Facebook. Yeah. So yeah, let's get into it.
Let's go, Jenny.
This is a shitty intro for Jenny.
Well, she's been on it already.
She's been on it.
Look at my twins. That's Mary Kate. That's Mary Kate. That's Mary Kate. Look at these twins. That's Mary Kate. That's Mary Kate. That's Mary Kate. Look at these twins. That's Mary Kate. That's Mary Kate. That's Mary Kate. Look at these twins. That's Mary Kate. That's Mary Kate. That's Mary Kate. Titties out, just like a.
What's the worst story you have with like an artist?
So you know, on set, you got a 12-hour day.
Yeah.
Someone came on the 10th hour.
You're lying.
A very big artist. I'll just say that. Skip it.
Have you seen that? There's that music video from Young Thug.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My buddy was actually, you know, the voice, that phone call in the beginning. That was my buddy.
Yeah.
So they just took that. The actual director took that call. He recorded the conference call, took that, and was like,
just ran.
We're just gonna, and it was the most brilliant video of all time.
Is it real though?
Oh, it's real.
That's
especially
insane.
him.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Especially him. Yep.
What? Wow.
I mean, he's going to jail anyways. I guess we could talk about it. No.
Is that in the bag? Like, no. Legal charges and everything?
He's done.
That's crazy.
He ain't getting it. Like Gunna might have a shot because he's guilty by association.
Yeah.
You know, that's how they're gonna play with him. I'm sure his lawyer can fight that back, but yeah, Thug is done.
Like, really? Crazy. What?
Damn. Like we're talking about murder, drugs, guns, like the real McCoy, like
suicides.
Yeah,
I remember. I think it was you who were telling me there was like one shoot where I think they're like gang affiliated, and then it was like a whole house, and there was a shooting at the house. Maybe I'm thinking of a 6ix9ine interview or something you told me.
It's probably that, but the Young Thug one was we were doing a video with him, Sensia, and Sway Lee, and he told us he's like, oh, we're 4 hours away. I said, cool. So we're shooting, remapping. Oh, he's like 3 hours away. He was 2 hours away. Oh, he's not coming. And we're like, what? So so he's not in the video. And obviously, you know, they work, you know, management and whatever, they worked the other day, or they're like, yo, like, just send a green screen to my recording studio and set up your lights. And when he's ready, he will do like 3 takes, and that's all you get. So we go, we set up, we wait. He comes out, he looks at the green screen, and he's like, I'm going to watch the game, and then I'll come right back. So like, whatever, we're getting paid. We're just going to sit here and wait. Fucking minutes later, or like, you know, like maybe like an hour later, because we thought he was like in the recording studio doing his thing. this dude was at the Lakers courtside, you know, on and social media like, oh, Young Thug's on the front, you know, whatever. I don't know how we saw it. It was like either Lakers or something. So somehow it landed on one of our crew's like social media feed, and we're like, no fucking way. And I was like, yeah, guys, wrap it up. We're not waiting for this fucker. And it was right before Christmas because it was like, we had a holiday party that was scheduled that same day. We're like, all right, we're out. Like, we're not waiting for this fucker to do
insane, dude.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was like he's like, I'll be back, and he just walked right back in the studio. So we're just assuming, oh, he's gonna watch the game.
How long had it been from that point that he left, and then you guys saw like that he was at the Laker game?
I think it was like an hour, and we're like, let's break for lunch. Like, let's just like, we're not gonna sit here. So and then we see that shit, and we're
that's crazy. That's like if I you're back, I'm gonna go watch the Avengers, and you see me with Paul Rudd on my story.
yeah.
You're filming the Avengers.
And then finally he was like, just tell me what you want. I'll have my BTS guy shoot on a green screen. And then so we just had this janky footage on like a DSLR.
Yeah.
That, you know, we had a mixed media. I mean, the good thing was like he did the green screen. He lit it right, so that was a good thing. But yeah, messy.
Which video was this?
It's a Sensia track. Just type in those three names: Sensia, Young Thug, and Sway Lee.
Dang,
I forgot the title. That's just like
how long ago was that? Like how many years ago?
Maybe before COVID. So like 2.5 years before COVID.
I wonder at what point in a rapper's career are they like, hey, I'm gonna make you guys wait 20 hours. Is it because the label's paying for the production?
Yeah, well, especially when you're featured in a song. It's like, oh, I gotta pop in and do my performance, and I'm gonna leave. You know, so that's where you get most of your problems.
Like, you just gotta be such a dickhead though to like be so
crazy.
inconsiderate like that.
Like if I'm PAing and I'm like 10 minutes late, I'm like, guys, I'm so sorry. I apologize to everyone.
You're fucking fired. You know, the end of the world.
They hate me. Dude, I remember that. I remember I had to leave the set like an hour early, and I told you the day of. I felt so bad for like a solid 2 months. I was like, oh man. But Young Thug could be 2 days later. Like, but he's in jail now, so I think it's okay that I have that guilt.
Karma's a bitch.
Yeah, dude. Was he nice though? Working with him?
No, I mean he's just,
or is he
he's just kind of like, okay, like, you know, he's just yeah.
Dang, who's like been the most excited artist where they're like, wow, look, a C-stand. Oh my. Or is everyone kind of jaded?
I think a lot. It's not even jaded. It's just like they've been on so many sets. Some of them try to make a party out of it. You know, like they try to bring people and entourage and stuff like that. But for the most part, it's work. At the end of the day, it's work. You know, but for most of them, and then some of them was like, fuck, I paid to be on a feature. They got paid well to be on a feature, but then part of that contract with the artists or management is like, hey, you also got to do the video with us because you know they're putting a lot of money towards the track. So we're just testing, right? We're just chopping it up.
Oh, we're live.
We're live. Yeah, we usually just go.
Oh shit, my bad.
It's totally fine.
I thought it was just like sound check.
This is great. This is great.
2 hours. That's Mary Kate. That's Mary Kate. That's Mary Kate. That's Mary Kate. That's Mary.
That's crazy. So you guys do that live? I thought it was like I thought it was playing in the background, and then you guys just cool.
We just make you sit there.
Some really awkward.
We had like one guest. She's like, "What do you guys, Mary Kate? Who's that?"
It's so crazy, right? Different generations, like they don't even know who Mary Kate is.
Yeah,
literally. I think forget everybody. I think Max was like he didn't even know who that was.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I think because I think everybody thinks we're saying Mary Kay too. Like. And it's just like no, that's not it.
Were you a Full House type of person? You watched that often?
That was like my after school thing after school. Like
so good. I got into Seinfeld like 24 hours ago. So good. Have you guys watched that? Seinfeld?
That's you just got into Seinfeld. I just got into it. Yeah. I thought you said I got onto Seinfeld. I was like, wait, how old are you? I was like, I know you're younger than me, but how? It started canceled a long time ago.
No, they're doing a reboot, and
I started watching it, but like all those little stand-up bits were kind of like they were throwing me off. I was like, what's happening right now? Like,
I personally did. I wasn't. You know, I didn't get into Seinfeld, and I think it was like clever comedy. I guess from my age at that time.
Yeah.
I was more of like Saved by the Bell, Full House, TGIF, hanging with Mr. Cooper. Like it was that era. Friends. Yeah. You know, so it was just like. and then I have buddies, but it's very clever comedy, and maybe I just wasn't there yet.
Yeah,
I don't know. You know,
I feel like it takes a little bit of like your brain to develop, and then for you to kind of like
because a lot of friends would like just throw like, oh yeah, you know that episode where Seinfeld does that, and I was like, no, I don't. You know, so but I know it's intelligent because obviously, was it the creator
Larry
David, yeah, Larry David. You know, him and Jerry wrote that. You know, they put that together, and then obviously he's a brilliant comedic person.
Yeah, he's still like relevant, like with Kurt and everything.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people have been giving him shit because his girlfriend, or like his girlfriend was really young. I don't know. Are they engaged now?
I don't know how old.
I know she was in high school, I think, when he started.
Oh, Jerry Seinfeld.
What? Yeah. Are we talking about somebody else?
Oh, I'm talking about Larry David. But I know about Jerry Seinfeld. Like,
yeah, I was like, whoa. Yeah. Like Larry, a high schooler and Larry David.
Dude, crazy game that man.
Yeah.
But I think, Seinfeld. I think like while he was recording the show, I think he was in his like mid 30s or something, and then I think he was dating a high schooler. Like, hey, I'll pick you up after prom.
So wild.
Yeah.
So wild. But.
Well, you gotta hold your nose. Hey, it's Jerry.
So I'm here. Did you watch Freaks and Geeks?
Yeah. Yep.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. That was the part of the whole Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen and his whole squad. And if you look at that cast, everyone was super young, and you're like, oh, he went here, and like, but that was like the first one, and then also the director,
Judd Apatow.
Judd Apatow. That was his.
He was on that too.
He directed that.
I did not know that.
That whole series. That was he created it.
Yeah.
So sick, dude.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
How long have you been in LA? Like, what year did you move here?
07.
How old are you? If you're okay.
I'm 37.
37. Okay.
Yeah. 07, 37.
Yeah. Oh, sick.
There you go.
So hard.
Was like, did you ever work with someone like in the beginning, and then now they're like, oh wow, look, they're on that billboard on Sunset. Like, how often did you run into that?
I had a few friends who got on a show. They're like, do you guys know Moses Storm?
I don't think so.
He's like a comedian. He does like experimental. He's like a comedy stand-up comedian. He has a lot of HBO specials. He's also on Conan. But when I first moved there, he was one of the guys who was like doing comedy, and you know, we were shooting skits and stuff, and he came up. And then a lot, but you know, I'm more of a behind the scenes guy, so a lot of folks that I know are like, you know, executives, like they like, you know, just did a project with the Kardashians. My buddy's an EP, and I didn't know. Like, you know, we all kind of like went our own path. Yeah. And then like, what have you been up to? And then it's like, oh, I did this, because when he hit me up, and he was like, yeah, I'm doing this reality show, and I'm gonna give it this music video style look for it, for this thing that we're doing. NDA, can't say what. And I was like, sure, like, what's reality show is this? Oh, it's just the Kardashian. And I was like, yeah.
I think I've heard of it.
Yeah. Sure, let's meet and talk.
Yeah. Show me a picture. I don't know about
yeah, and you know, and some of my buddies, like the ones, I don't know if you guys know Hollywire. It's kind of like a news feed thing. My buddy's the owner of that, so it's just like, it's kind of cool to see, like, you know, to see like guys turn into executives and different aspects, but on like one of my buddy, you know, Malcolm Mays on Raising Cain, or like, I don't watch. I mean, and no disrespect, I just don't have time. I don't have time to catch on a lot of shows, but he's on one of the Stars show, you know, with 50 Cent, you know. There's like a spin-off of Power, like, you know how there's like three different series.
Yeah.
So he's like one of the stars on that.
Okay.
So it's just like,
that's insane. Yeah.
Random folks from different
like
different aspects
of it all.
Yeah.
And back in 07 when you first got here, like, did you hit the ground running and like you were doing all this like the film stuff, or was it something like you needed to settle in for a bit?
Oh, so 07, I moved to LA to be an actor.
Okay.
And you know, being Asian American is super tough. Yeah. Back in 07, especially back in 07. I think the only thing that came out was Better Luck Tomorrow. It was kind of like the big thing. And so I moved out here to be an actor. And I told this story several times, but long story short, no one. I was just doing background work. I was just an extra in everything, and so I was like, hey, how do I create a reel? So I bought a camera, learn how to shoot it and edit it, and then in the process of learning to shoot my own acting reel, I learned how to shoot, edit, and produce. You know, you had to do it all, and then bam, I found my calling. But prior to that, I was just trying to be famous, and it was more of an ego thing of like, oh, I just want to be famous. But then it was like it wasn't fulfilling because it was just like, you know, and like I said, I think it was tough just being Asian American at that time. You know, obviously a lot has progressed since then, but back then it was just like, yeah, you know, be the chef or be the doctor or be, you know, I always, it was always like some thug guy because I was my size and whatnot, but it was just background work, and I was like, dude, I moved 3,000 miles away to be a background. I was like, this is whack. Like, you know, like defeated and we get cattle called. All right, all 300 you guys stand over here. You guys go with this part, and it was just like, damn, you know,
you feel human and shit.
I remember Bobby Lee. I think he said in like the early '90s, he auditioned for King Kong, and the only role was like Asian guy screaming. He like went outside the office, and you like there's a line of just like Asian people, and then you could just hear one by one, just like and then Bobby Lee went in, and then they're like, "Can you do it a bit more Asian?" He was like, "What?"
no,
that's cold, dude.
I mean, that's real, you know.
That's so cool.
It's hilarious. Can you do a bit more Asian? It's hilarious.
Of course I could.
And it's just funny because they think, or some folks that, you know, who don't understand it, like, I mean, I had a question asked, are you Asian or Chinese?
Well, answer.
That's a good question. So what is it?
What do you say?
I'm Asian, but I was, oh, so you're mixed. I was like, no, I'm not mixed. You know?
Was there a turning point in like, what was your final straw when you were acting? We were like, yep, I'm going to go produce this Jack Harlow music video. Forget you guys. I don't want to.
It really was just like having a camera, shooting it, what you saw in your head, and putting, and then once you edit it, you're like, yo, I just saw that in my head, and it was just like magical. I was like, dude, if I can have a vision and produce that to an actual thing, I was like, what else can I do? And it was just kind of like a magic, you know. And that was really it. You know, and before I was like, you know, I was an actor. I had no tattoos. So as soon as I jumped ship, I was like, I'm getting a sleeve. Like that was just like that was kind of like tattoo. I'm gonna get tatted.
So you were 100% done with like the acting. You were like,
no, because like in Boston, I'm originally from Boston, and I was doing theater classes. I was after school programs. I was looking for theaters and black boxes and doing plays and then what really got my first bite was The Departed came to town, and there was like some extra work, you know, and I was like, holy shit, this is for real. Like there's like a real movie coming into Boston, and I did background work on it, and that was kind of like, this could be possible, right? But then when I got here, I like got jaded, and then bang, when I started creating my own projects, and then I was like, oh, I can make money off of this too, like. You know, I can rent out I had a camera, so I rented it out, and it was just like charging folks just little money, but it was just like, at the time I was just new to LA, so I was just like, cool, you know.
What was the rental process like before like ShareGrid and everything? Or ShareGrid been around for a while?
No. ShareGrid came in like in the last 6-7 years. Like, I mean, ShareGrid is fairly new. I mean, before it was rental houses, camera houses, and then my whole thing was like, I'll come with the camera, so I know it's protected. And you don't have to pay me. Just pay for the camera rental, or vice versa.
What kind of camera was it?
It was the HVX 200 Panasonic. It was like the first solid state P2 cards, and it was only 16 gigs. That's all it was, and it was 720. So back then, 720 was like the highest resolution, you know. Had it for a year, and then the Canon 5D Mark II came out and just destroyed. No one wanted to shoot on that camera anymore, and they were like, everyone wanted to do it on the Canon 5D Mark II. So.
Wait, so you went actor, and then like, was it just like renting cameras, or like DPing, or like, where'd you?
No, it was my vehicle to meet directors and stuff, and because the whole time with the whole camera thing was just trying to get on set. Oh, I got a camera. and maybe he might think I'm an actor, you know, like maybe you might see something, or she would see something and be like, hey, you want to be in the video? Like that was like my whole mental, like maybe if like, you know, I'm coming out with the camera, they're renting it, they don't have to pay me, they put me on the screen. So that was my hustle, but it never worked out. You know, I mean, there were a few times like, oh, you want to be a doctor? But other than that, it was just, that was part of my hustle. But then when I was just like, you know, I was very like, I was the guy who brought the camera and just sat there and sat and like just helped out as a PA for free. Like, I mean, I was like, use me, like I'm here. Yeah. And then at the end, they'll wrap. He was like, oh, here's your camera. And then I'll put it in my case and leave. But like, I would just like watch, and I was like, oh. And then when the director was like, yo, the video is just it's going to drop, take a look at it. And then I started processing, oh, like, yeah, we shot that. Oh, that's how he did that. Mm-hmm. And then literally I took that. I was like, the fact that I owned a camera, I was like, let me call some of my buddies and like let me shoot them, and kind of redo what I saw on set, and then that was pretty much it. And then, you know, it's funny because like when I first did music video, I was like, damn, they need a sound guy to record the song while the artist is performing. But it's like now you hit playback and it's just like, you know,
before it was like
I thought it was like you had to like have a sound guy record every take with a sound guy, but no, it's just
I never understood that at first. I was like, how did, like, I was like, what, like, they're doing the song, they're piecing it together, they're singing it,
singing it multiple times,
like they're singing it live. Like I was like, that makes no sense. Like that seems like so much work.
I thought about that for music too. Like when like my friend Dylan Hansen started rapping, I was like, so do you do the lyrics and then make the beat and line it up with your words? And he's like, no, you fucking idiot. Like, because I was
so crazy.
For how often on music video sets is the rapper either actually like singing the words or just lip syncing?
No. I mean, if you lip sync, you could definitely tell, like, oh yeah, he's lip syncing. Yeah. So they definitely spit the words out.
Oh, okay.
But sometimes they'll be running out of breath, or they'll smoke and like, and then like, you know, and like the lyrics will just go by during playback, and then he'll catch it back on once he catches his breath or whatnot. So, and then when you do multiple takes, you can just fill it in with B-roll. So it was just it was like, but it was just like eye-opening, because I was like, oh, so they don't have to record it. It's just do that, and then in post, you just take the track and lay it down and just match it. And I was like, oh, like, you know.
I also didn't know playback was a role until I PA'd on that one set for you. Like, that's a role where someone just goes on JBL boombox and just presses play.
So real.
Whoa.
So real.
Living the dream. That dude's just rocking out.
Yeah.
How do you find someone for this? These are like an audition process? Like, hey, press this.
To do the playback.
No, I mean, it's just, you know, just sourcing down, like, you got to find intelligent people.
Yeah.
You know, or people who will understand, like, how things work or flow. And then it's just, it's more, I think it's more of, like, the integrity of, like, or just seeing how they are before the site. Because then, you know, you meet someone who's lazy. Oh yeah, he's definitely not working on my set, because he's gonna be lazy trying to pick up a trash bag or whatever it is that we got to do on the day of. Because and then just kind of like just go through it and like, oh, he's intelligent, he definitely could hit play. But you know, but it takes, you can't be hitting play and then sometimes it'd be requested, hey, can you go to 2 minutes and 30 seconds? I want to start there.
Yeah.
And just someone who's like, oh, I can go to 2 minutes. Some people are like, you know, like they freak out, and then it's like, dude, and that kills the energy on set because the artist is upset.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no, it's a pressure point. It's a whole thing.
Whoa.
So you just need someone intelligent, just like, cool, I got it. I got to hit play. Oh, you want 2 minutes, 30 seconds? You know what? I'll go 2 seconds prior so you have a little lead in.
Yeah.
It's like, cool, you're thinking for yourself.
Yeah.
Versus like, oh, okay, you need, like, it's like, and that's my biggest pet peeve, robots on set.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Guys who show up there like pulling out their phone and like, you know, versus people hustling. And it's like, you know, Hollywood and the film business is super glamorous, you know, the end product.
Yeah.
But like when you're actually in the process of it, it's like, holy shit.
Like,
this is a hustle. This is a grind.
Yeah, 100%.
And if you want to shine on set, so that where another producer sees you or another director is like, yo, I want him on my set or her on my set, it's you know, you got to have the hustle too, you know, because it's all about energy too, I think, at the end of the day, you know. So
yeah,
I know my one friend works like locations, so like Marvel, and then he said it was like
Like he was location scouting?
No, he was like location manager, like something in the location department.
Yeah.
And he was working like 6 or 7 work weeks for like 2 or 3 months, and it was like 12 to 18-hour days. And
Burnt
like, I'm like, dude, are you okay? Like,
was the money crazy though?
Crazy, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, but his paycheck's fat.
It's fat. Yeah, he got a place I think in Venice, but I'm like, I feel like my sanity would like go away.
Yeah,
like, I wouldn't know what.
No,
only over locations.
It's a different breed. Yeah.
Off location. No, I mean, like, you know, guys who pull focus. I mean, they literally, you know, I mean, they got to prep the camera, but literally, like, you know, I saw this meme online.
Is so rewarding though.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Cool,
like,
yeah, it's just like, and people make good money. You know, and if you're booked every day, I mean, you can stack up cash pretty quick. You know, in our industry, but sometimes that's all it takes too. You know, and that's a skill set. You gotta,
100%,
I mean, you get some lenses that are super fast. I mean, you better be ready to get it in, because again, director or DP is like, dude, get that focus in, and yo, give me one more time. And the artist is getting frustrated. The actors are getting frustrated. Like, dude, like, you know, they're being a professional. They remember their lines, and you can't pull focus to just get, you know, their face. So it's definitely a lot of pressure too if you're not good at it. You know, you can't just hop in and like, oh yeah, I could do this. You know,
what's your main role?
Me?
Yeah, you mainly direct.
Produce.
Okay.
I put the whole directing on the back burner. The one thing, I guess, someone told me once was like, you can be a director, it'd be great, you know, but you'll be broke for a long time. Yeah. And, you know, living in California, like you, or LA, SoCal, you got to make money to have a comfortable like lifestyle. And like, I put it in the back burner because I was just like, I got to make some money. And then it just like, I got, you know, really intrigued because I was good at it. Yeah. So I just kept on sticking. And then every once in a while, if I have an opportunity or I have time, you know, and something comes up, I would direct. But right now it's just like, you know, because producing is the whole entire thing. You know, you're dealing with multiple departments, talking to the client, making sure the director's happy, making sure the money fits. There's so many different obstacles and challenges. But I think it's cool because once you succeeded or you finish a project, it's like, I did that. You know, you could literally say I did that. You know, got the right team in, and made the numbers fit, because it's a huge puzzle. And sometimes I tell myself, being a producer is like playing Grand Theft Auto. You know, like you have a mission, you start out, it doesn't matter what time you start, and it's like, hey, meet Billy over there on 60th Street. You get on the map and you go there and you negotiate. Then another 4 more missions pop up, little side missions, whatever. But you still have to.
It's like Uber Eats.
Yeah, and you gotta check them all off the list, and then boom, and then you wait for the next mission, which is the next project. You know? So it's just pretty interesting.
How stressful? Because I don't know. I feel like producing. I produced like that one music video for Brandon. I remember I was like so stressed. I was like, I don't want to do this. Like, I feel like you're a different breed to be a producer.
Oh yeah.
How stressful is it?
Super stressful. I mean, you know, people tell you last minute, the day before the shoot. I mean, I had one instance where we just recently did a Bozzy video. We had a DP on the morning of. He had COVID. Damn. And so we had to replace a DP. Everything was already pre-lit. So it's just bringing someone in, but it's just like you got to be able to have relationships, and you hope that people are available, and then you got to go down your Rolodex of seeing who's. I also kind of treat producing like sports. You know, you got your starters, you got your bench, and then sometimes you got to draft somebody. You know, and you got to make, and that's every department, every skill position, like wide receiver, you know, lineman, whatever. They need a backup. You know, and so one guy's out because he's booked on another job, or he got COVID, or whatever the case is. You got to be ready to have someone just as good to fill in those spots, you know, or your team's gonna fail, you know. So it's pretty interesting how that dynamic work, and I always believe like God is not gonna make anything easy. Even though at first that you map out the plan, you're like, oh, I got this. Next thing you know, it's like God's like, throw a little wrench. Let's see how he reacts.
It's like nothing ever goes as planned.
Yeah.
Like literally, even doing like small productions and shit, it's like there's always a problem. There's always something that has to be like overcome and shit.
Like I always try to over plan my shoots, but it's always gonna go wrong somehow, and that's
as
why.
You have a skeleton, you're ready
I think
to go,
I try too
you
hard.
Just gotta be ready. The thing is, you just gotta be ready.
Yeah.
For anything, you know, and I think it's like the most biggest problem solving career.
Yeah.
You know, because things can happen, and I mean, I had a shoot where, a artist manager wanted to fight the fire marshal, and
that's a crazy.
Yeah, fire marshal was like, "Fuck this! I'm the law, and I'm shutting this shit down." Next thing you know, and we were like deep in Beverly Hills, helicopters start coming in, like 20 cop cars, and like shut it down.
Wow.
Because the manager wanted to be gangster.
Fire marshal just wanted to flex on him, dude.
That's
crazy. Went GTA 5-star on him.
Yeah.
What happened with like the was the
manager tried to apologize to all the artists. Yeah. And they're like, "Oh, I didn't know he was gonna do that." And I was like,
you know, I thought he was an intern.
Yeah. And you know, he thought he was in the right the whole time because he was like, "This is my set. I can do whatever I want." It's like, no, you can't block a fire lane. You know, like
that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So this fire marshal was like, and just called in like 20 of his homies, like, "Yo, let me flex on."
No,
this
he
guy.
was like, "I'm shutting it down." Film permit was like, "Kev, the fire marshal's gonna shut down your shoot. Is everything okay?" I was like, "Nope." And
were you mad at the fire marshal? Were you mad?
No, I mean, I tried to plead with him, but he had the right. I mean, you don't threaten someone's life. The dude threatened someone's life.
He threatened someone's life.
Yeah, like he was like, "I'm gonna fight you," and whatever detail that went in, and I'm like, dude.
That's insane, dude.
Yeah.
God damn. What has been like your most clutch moment in like, do you think, or like either you or someone on a set? Like, let's say like, oh, a camera just split in half. And you're like, oh, I have.
I mean, I had a camera fall in the pool.
Damn. Like Ari Alexa?
Yeah. Like
oh my god.
Like it was a jib right there, and it slid over. Boom. I mean, thank God for insurance.
Yeah.
But think about it. You know, $60,000 camera just in the water.
Was the day done after that?
Yeah. You know, like, but it was like the last shot of the day. Thank God. Okay. You know, but things like that do happen, and that's the thing about a lot of these sets. There's a lot of there's so many small victories that in the moment they're massively huge.
Yeah.
You know, like I remember we had a shoot in Atlanta. We had no location. And it was right before the holiday, so every department was like, "Oh, our business, whatever, is closed. You know, we can't do anything." And we needed a hotel, and we went searching all the cities, you know, throughout the city. We even needed a whole day. We only needed it for like 4 hours, 5 hours. Couldn't find anything, and then last minute, this one hotel was like, "Yeah," they were going through a financial thing, and they just needed money. And we fulfilled that, and it was just like, boom, like holy shit, we got our location.
Yeah,
you know. So they're definitely, and we're telling, you know, because you can't just, you know, until it's like till you know you have no shot. We just kept it cool with management and the label. We're like, yeah, we got it, everything's good. We're locking it in. Yeah, and you keep going as much as you can because you got to put all your efforts in. Yeah, you don't tap out, and then you know when it's like. Yep, we're tapping out.
Yeah,
you know, but there's definitely times where it's like you just gotta keep fighting and hope. You know, like sometimes it's just I call it the film gods coming in. Like they wanted this to happen.
Yeah,
you know.
So real. So. How many people are like a part of your team, like your producing team?
I mean, in production in general, I mean it could be anywhere from like a skeleton crew of 10 to 100 people on set. Yeah. And it depends how big the creative is. How, like you need stunt drivers or like, you know, pyro, special effects, set builds. Like I mean, we're talking about massive amounts. You know, combine extras and you know, at one time I had to bring 100 models to the desert in Palm Springs, shooting a 12-hour day with the driving included.
Oh my gosh!
So we could only shoot the models for like 4 hours because it's like 4, 8, 12, right? 2 hours, get them dressed, shoot for 4, and then send them back on a bus so we could meet our day and hit a budget.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, intense. and everyone had to be in wardrobe, and like it's crazy.
Yeah.
In the middle of the desert with nothing, like we had to create our base camp with 5 motorhomes for wardrobe production. Just have a base. We had it's crazy. And then it was crazy to that one particular shoot because it was winter. It gets dark at 4:00 in the desert.
Oh my gosh.
We didn't know that.
Yeah.
And so when we were talking to the permit office, they were like, yeah, so you have sunlight to 4:00, and we're planning like by 7:00, or at least by 5:30.
Yeah,
an hour and a half. Where LA proper, it gets dark during the winter time. They're like, no, because you're deeper in, it drops way quicker. So we had a plan, 6 a.m., 5 a.m. call. We had to have people in hotels because we're out in the desert. So you gotta, logistically, you have to have hotels for folks. And then the model's like, no, you guys are driving up. We'll have charter buses. So like either pass fan or charter buses. So it's just like, it's pretty crazy.
Dang.
Yeah.
I think Jenny's here.
Oh, Jenny's here? Okay. Sure.
Jenny's here.
Jenny.
Commercial break.
Jenny just spawned. Oh, well,
Jenny.
Jenny just appeared.
What up?
Jenny just walked into the wrong
Come on, let's
house
sing that song, guys.
I
Come
went
on,
to the
turn
wrong
this
Put
shit
it
off.
together? That's Mary
Jenny,
Kate.
Jenny.
Jenny.
Do I turn to?
1, 2, 3. That's Mary Kate.
Oh, okay.
That's Mary Kate. Give her that awkward, that's Mary Kate.
We could do a feature, dude. Dude,
Yeah, so Jenny is Kevin's cousin, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
didn't you name Jenny?
Yeah.
You named her?
Yeah. Or her mom was like, her mom's, Vietnamese, and she was like, I want an American name. Like, what's a strong? I was like, Jennifer.
That's crazy.
But I was like,
It's a joke.
I must have been like 14. 15,
Yeah.
like I was a kid,
Yeah.
So I was just like,
Whoa.
it's like, what's your name? And then like, I was like, Jennifer. Like, it's a very common American name, and I think it was this. It was like Jennifer. And then,
And she just hung up.
No, but I didn't know that she was gonna really name. Like, it was just a casual conversation. Like,
Yeah.
should I name my daughter? And I was like, Jennifer. And that was it. That was just pretty much it.
You're like,
you know?
oh, just fucking around. You really named her.
So, no, I think it suits her well.
Yeah.
Did you have any like other options?
No, it was just Jennifer.
What if it was like, this is Hannah now?
I don't know.
That'd be crazy. What set did you PA on, Jenny, for riveting? You said that you guys did a water park
Oh,
one
yeah.
for Chris Brown, right?
Yeah, that was crazy too.
How many people was that?
I think that was like 200 models
My God.
to Redlands. You guys know where the Redlands is?
Like
Like
the-
on the way to Palm Springs.
Okay, yeah.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm. That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
What do they do? Like, how much crafties is that? Like,
A lot.
do they kill it? Like, because 200 people is a
Oh
lot.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
we
No,
cook for
and the
fives every night.
thing about it's a water park. So we had to have waters station different areas of the park just in case because it was hot in the middle of
Yeah.
summer. We had water in different areas. We had like a base, and we had to have mobile crafty things all throughout the park, and it was just crazy. We must have had like 6 cameras there just to cover, and it was like we had go-karts just because like you can't. All right, guys, we're moving to the next location of the park. It's like we all had crews there, on like we had to bring in like golf carts for the crew for
Like you
Genie.
said, go karts.
Yeah, no. But it was just wow.
So sick.
I think it was maybe 300 models now, not
Oh my
200.
gosh.
Because we had to spread them all out in different areas of the park, and because we had multiple artists, we had like 3 artists. We had, and it's just crazy now looking back on that video. I'm like, yo, we had like Chris Brown, Yo Gotti, A Boogie, and Kodak Black. Now all like the top tier artists,
Yeah.
but back then they were new. Like
Yeah.
A Boogie was just starting to bubble. Kodak just got out of jail.
What year was that? Like 2017?
2017, 2016?
Yeah.
2016? Yeah, maybe 2016.
That's insane, dude.
Pill Bill, was it? pills and automobiles.
Oh, that's
yeah.
Do you walk away from stuff like that and you just feel like invincible? You're like, I can literally do anything.
No, that was one of those. Like first, we had to find a water park.
Yeah.
In peak season.
Yeah.
And
what water park was it? What was it called?
I don't even remember because they closed it down now.
Oh, okay.
But we try to go to the Santa Clarita.
Hurricane Harbor.
No, the
Aquatic Center.
No, Six Flags.
Oh, yeah, Hurricane Harbor. That one's Hurricane Harbor.
Oh, it's called
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, but they wanted like crazy money because just the money they pump from tickets to food.
Yeah,
I mean,
you gotta match.
We're talking about like $300,000 a day of like profit. So they were like,
how many days was it?
1 day shoot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's always a 1 day shoot, you know, and we got to squeeze all that in one day, you know.
Ridiculous.
And yeah, we had like 300 models. It was like spread out, and there was like a lazy river that we had to fill up the whole lazy river with models. It was crazy. Crazy, bro.
Hey, get in there. Get in the water.
The water must have been crazy after, for real.
Yeah, dude, that was. And then just like trying to be on schedule, and it's like, hey, Boogie just arrived. His team just arrived. We're rushing, getting there, and it's like, Yo Gotti's team just arrived, and like Yo Gotti was coming from Oakland because he was on tour, so we had to get another bus just to get him back on route afterwards.
Oh my god,
it was just crazy. Yeah,
just like nothing but just anxiety the whole day and shit.
Yeah, you know, it was like just like I said, multiple camera crews. You know, you got to deepen your PA. I mean, I think I had like 15 PAs that day. Just because we're spread out. We're just so spread out. And that's the thing, is like, you got to be able to understand logistics to like, you know, how to process something. You can't just be like, I'm just going to shoot at a water park. And then we bought we barely, you know, because it's super expensive, had a BB light. So basically it's a massive light that's, you know, instead of having grip guys built something on a scissor lift, this massive BB light was the sun at certain points, because, you know, when overcast or whatever, and we had to be able to just move this massive light just throughout. Like it was crazy.
Yeah. Like a whole. How long was that shoot day?
A 14-hour, and then everyone had to drive back. But we had past vans. We had same thing, transportation. Yeah. Getting people up there. It's just it was. Insane. Watch the video, and then you're like, damn, these guys, like, we shut down a park, and we were ready to go to Vegas, because Vegas had a deal with us too, and we're gonna ship everything to Vegas. Then we called this park that's in Redlands, and they were like, yeah, we're down. And it was just like, holy shit, we saved even more money.
Yeah. How much was that though to get the park?
I think the Redlands was about $80,000. That's insane. Just for a location fee.
For real, that's ridiculous.
80 grand just for location.
We're gonna rent that bad boy out.
Yeah.
That video.
Yeah.
We just throw a party.
Yeah.
Just for a podcast.
Yeah.
We're in a lazy river. 300
just cruising down. You know.
We get a buggy to perform.
Yeah.
What's been like has there been like a project where you're like, oh wow, like I made it? Like, do you feel where you're like, whoa, I'm getting it right now? Because like $300,000 or like $80,000 for location just sounds like crazy.
Like, you're definitely there at that point.
Yeah. Like, do you have that feeling, or like
no? Because I know outside of the music video realm, you enter the film world, and that's, you know, you take over an island. You know, like you're shutting multiple streets down in Manhattan. You know, like so. I'm like, you know, just be in the moment and like just be ready to like tackle what it is, but I can't. Like it's you know, it's cool to have, like, we shut down a water park, like that's like, you know, or like there was one time we shut down Santa Monica Pier, like, so it's just like there were definitely cool things, but then the objective is always executing, you know, like that's kind of like the main point. Even like you look back, but it's like, man, it's like there's just there's more to tap into, you know. So like, and I'm sure like the guys who did it back in the day, you know, like all the greats like Scorsese and all those guys, they I mean, they shut down like go to different countries and shutting down the streets in the foreign place. You know, like
like
so. I know there's definitely
either.
It's cool because it's like it's on your resume.
Yeah.
And sometimes people might not even care if it's on your resume. You know, that song's 4 years old, 5 years old now.
Yeah.
Like, I have my memories, but like, no one's ever gonna be like, oh yeah, you know, Kevin, the guy who shut down the water park. You know, like no one's gonna like no one cares.
Video.
You know,
video. Guy who shut down water park.
Yeah, the guy who shut down the water. You know, it's like no one cares. So it's kind of, I guess at that point it just has to be your personal like. Yeah. I did that. You know, I did. You know, personal. You know, achievement. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like fulfilled like with all the shit you've been doing?
Yeah, and I also tell I mean I tell Jenny, I'm sure she's maybe expressed to you guys. I've gotten jaded. You know, sometimes you're in this industry, but the crazy part is we all asked for it.
Yeah.
You know, wherever dreams or whatever we're trying to aspire to, we all one day we're like, I can't wait one day until I'm producing cool videos, right? You're like, you know, like, and then you ask the universe, ask God or whatever you believe in, you get it, but then you also get everything else that comes with it.
Yeah.
The bullshit, the drama, bad management. You get everything.
Yeah.
But you wished for it, you know, like, and I think that's like one of the things. Like, be careful what you wish for. Really, like, you really do. Like I'm sure a rapper is like, I want to be the best rapper and I want to do this or be a great actor. But then it's like you got to deal with paparazzi. You got to deal with, you know, everyone's trying to sue you at one point, or you got enemies, or whatever it is. You gotta understand that we always think about the positive things, right? Yeah. But then you also get the everything else that comes with it, the bad stuff too. So
yeah,
that's so real.
Yeah, sorry, I got really deep.
No, I'm
like a laughing.
Do you know The Alchemist? That book, The Alchemist.
I know about it.
I know about it. A lot of friends have recommended. I haven't read it yet.
I'm reading like. I feel like for self-help books I space out, but then sometimes I'm like, this is a cool quote. Like one was like what is it called? It's like pretty much like your life dream. Like you'll only think about the treasures of it and not the lifestyle of it. And you should also focus on the lifestyle of it, because you could think like, oh, I want to be famous, but then you could also like realize like, oh, fame could just mess up relationships with like friends and like money and like your
it's
life.
everything. You know, it's like everything that is like, oh, you know, God, like again, whoever you believe in will give it to you. Mm-hmm. You know, obviously you got to put in the work and do all that, whatever, right? But also he's gonna give you all of it. Yeah. You know, you can't just be like, God, I want this, but I can't have that. It's like, well, you need a wheel to drive a car. Yeah. You know, like, it's like you're gonna get everything. So if that wheel broke off, or someone hit your car because you're in the car because you asked for a car, you're gonna get all of it. Yeah. You know, so it's up to you if you want to achieve it and take it all, you know. So
I feel like that's such like a great insight and shit. Because I feel like obviously like you're saying like we wanted this great shit, but I feel like nobody ever thinks about that.
Yeah. So that's what I'm learning now as I'm getting older. You know, it's like, because you know we all have big dreams. You know, whatever. You know, somebody's like, I want to get into real estate, and then you realize like there's all these rules and all these laws and these things you can't do, and you know you got, you know, you're part of a firm, you gotta give them a cut. Yeah. It's like, damn, I could have made a bbig sale, but you know, just you take it as a great, you know, everything as it is, you know. So
like that, because I remember Tyler the Creator talks about how he maintains his happiness while making stuff. Is he doesn't have a tangible goal. He just says like, oh, I want to make something as great as this song, as like this 50 Cent song, but he obviously can't.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know how to do, like, I know you could apply that to film somehow, but I feel like you need milestones to like hit where you're like, oh, I'm making progress. But even when you hit those milestones, you're like, fuck, what's next? And I'm not even like, I think it's like that has to do with gratitude. Because like sometimes I'm like, I feel like I'm at a cool place, but also like,
no, you do get jaded.
Yeah, it's a jaded thing.
And it's like, and then you also know that everyone who's behind you wants your position too.
Yeah. So you just got to be grateful.
Yeah, it's like, oh, stop crying. Like, you know, why? You know, other people would want to be in your position.
Yeah.
And that's why the whole grateful thing is great, because it's like, yeah, you're right. I'd rather be doing this than doing some other job that's worse or like not as great, you know. I mean, you hear the story all the time where people have like 2 or 3 jobs surviving.
Yeah.
Have no time to be with their family. And it's like, I don't work every day. Today I'm here doing a podcast with you guys. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, and I'm not crying. I'm just choking.
Let it out, man. Let it out. You're good.
We want a crying episode.
but what do you call it? It's like, no, and then you're like, oh, wait, my life is not too bad.
Yeah.
You know, like people are really like, you know, working right now.
Yeah.
You know, and nothing against folks at Ralph's or at a gas station or anything, you know, the backbone of America, but you could be working there or you could be dealing with some bullshit with the client or the artist or the actor or, you know, whatever it is. Like you're better to have this problem than that problem. Because, you know, I've worked at 9 to 5 before. I think we all have, right? Yeah. Dealing with the drama inside there, you know, dealing with like the politics inside a workplace, and it's just like, damn, and then sometimes you give your heart into, like, you know, there was, when I first moved there, I was a bouncer in a nightclub, and I got sucked into that life, you know, like, oh, you know, the bartender's sleeping with the security guy, or, you know, she cheated on him, and it's just like, you get caught up in that world, and it's just like, damn, like, take that energy, like, you know. So I rather be so that's what brings me back to earth, is like, it's like we're dealing with this issue right now, or we can be dealing with some bullshit, you know. So I think I'd rather do that than deal with bullshit. So
what other like jobs did you do before you could like fully pursue film?
It was just bouncing.
Oh really? Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was because I was already bouncing in Boston before I moved over, and so I had, you know, easy job. You work at a nighttime, so during the day you could do whatever you want. So it's like very more like freedom. That's why a lot of actors are bartenders or waiters. You know, they do the later shift, so they have all day to go audition, do, you know, whatever creatively, and still be able to pay the bills. Because, you know, you still got to pay the bills when you're first here in LA. You know, just to get started. You know.
Yeah. Was there like a breaking point, like, because like bouncing? Was there like a point where you're like, yo, I got to get out of this ASAP? Or was the whole time like, I need to go? Yeah, for
sure. I mean, I worked at one of the most craziest club in LA. It was Avalon Hollywood. So they're kind of like, there's only a few after hour spots. So we're not like a regular nightclub where it's like, you know, we open doors at 10 and then close at 2 a.m. We open doors at 10 and close at 7 in the morning.
Whoa.
So people are just like on drugs, and a lot of it's just like techno music. So I call it the one track for like, however long was it? 10 hours of work.
He's your
for 10 hours. And people are like, no, that's the next song. And I'm like, I don't get what you're saying. It's like, and they're like, you know, like, no, it's the same song that started at 10. You know, it's 3 a.m. It's just one long loop. Yeah, it's just one long loop. And people were like so into it. And I was like, God, one day I'm gonna get out of here. I remember just looking at the ceiling, just like all these motherfuckers getting fucked up and like raging, and I'm like, yo, I can't get out. I can't do that.
How long were you bouncing here before you were like officially able to like leave it behind?
And it was kind of crazy because it's literally like, you know, what was your breaking point? My breaking point was I broke my leg as a bouncer, and it put me out, and you know, the job took care of it. You know, insurance, again, thank you, insurance. But you know, workers' comp, they took care of it, and basically when I got back on my feet, literally, they're like, oh yeah, you can't stand at a nightclub for 10 hours because you're gonna just mess up your leg. You know, I snapped my leg. Someone was stealing DJ equipment, and I sweep kicked him, and my leg, just like Anderson Silver, snapped.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Did he at least fall though?
He fell, and then the rest of my guys got on him.
Yeah.
And my leg was done, like bone coming out like this.
Damn.
And so ambulance called 911, and like they had and you know what's the funny story of that? It's crazy because Jennifer, she actually snitched me out, and it was like, you know, obviously moving to another state, you know, your parents like want to make sure everything's good for you, the best for you. So I never told her I broke my leg. I just lived with a broken leg, was in the cast. This, you know, we didn't have FaceTime back then, so it was like, and besides, it was FaceTime, it was just be like me, like, hey, you know, right? And then and it wasn't her fault. Like she didn't do it like malice. Like I think she came over to visit and go like, oh, have you spoken to Kevin in a while? And then she was like, yeah, like how's his leg doing? And and I was like, and this is after like almost like 7 or 8 months while still healing or whatnot, because it takes like 90 days to just process, and then you gotta go to rehab or whatever. And it was just like it was like the 6th or 7th month I kept it. She never knew, like, every weekend give her a call, just check in or whatever. And then Jennifer asked that. She's like, what happened to your leg? I was like, what do you mean what happened to my leg? Well, Jennifer said you broke your leg. And I was like, what? I was like, no. and then finally I was like, yeah, all right, I did it. I was just like, I didn't want you to worry, the last thing you want your parents to know is like, you're 3,000 miles away, you have a broken leg, and no one's taking care of you. So it's just like, I didn't want to bring that burden onto her. And then I got thanks to Jennifer. But she was just like, just like asking an honest, like, cause she probably, well, I never told her like, don't tell my mom that I broke my leg. It's just like, I just kept it casual. I just kept it cool so that it doesn't even get brought up or whatever. Cause I feel like sometimes you keep it as a secret, then it will leak.
Yeah,
but
that's
if you
real.
keep it casual, it's just like, oh, they won't even discuss about it because everyone knows,
Yeah.
But
Dang.
backfired. I
think I was like 10.
Yeah. So
Has there ever been like a situation at like the club where like the guy you guys were going for as bouncers won? He's like, yo, he won the 1v10.
close. There was this one. So there was this one time. This guy was like a UFC guy,
Oh my gosh.
and
Fucking goat walked in.
I put him in a lock. He broke out of that lock, tried to put me in a lock, and I like, thank God, like I had some like Boston SWAT training, and it's just like how to react. Like, but I wasn't trained as a specialist, and it was just wrestling and trying to like unlock each other while putting the lock back on. And then finally, my boss, he's a big ass dude, just sat on the dude, and then
He died.
no, but it was like that's what it was needed, because like we were like the same built, and we were just like locking each other back in. I'm putting him back in the lock. He's trying to pull my wrist and try to get my arms, so I break off his hand to like to unlock it was just going back and forth. I was like, fuck, like this is not just like a normal dude, like this dude's trained, like like I gotta be on point or I'm gonna be like choked out,
And that guy gets a new job.
But obviously, and then the rest of the security, you get backup was called in, and then like I said, my boss, this big dude, just like got on him because I had him on another hold, and finally, and then in the end, he's like respect, and I was like cool, but I was like, I'm not a special, like I don't go to like jiu-jitsu and like going to the gym and train that. I just know my locks. I know like what can put a person out.
Did you feel like a beast after that though?
Yeah, no. But I was like, but I could have turned sideways, like, because if he was to choke me out and backup didn't arrive in time, like I could have been like put to sleep, So,
was this like in the middle of the dance floor? Because I can imagine be like, oh, they're
the
just
lobby,
dancing.
the lobby.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was like in the middle of the lobby, so everyone saw it, and it was just like, and in the moment while you're wrestling and trying to like get out of stuff, it felt like 10 minutes, but I'm sure like once security was called back up, people ran in, but it was just like, I was like, ooh, like this is not gonna be like one where I can just like put him in and then they just tap out immediately. This guy knew how to break out of it.
Damn.
And try to get me back in, and it was just a big wrestling match until, But I was like, thank God I wasn't embarrassed, because I was like, dude, imagine me in a nightclub and the bouncers just like, like choked out by the patron. I was like, oh,
Like, damn, now he has to stay.
Yeah.
We sent our best
Yeah.
dudes.
It was pretty crazy, but that was the closest for sure. That was like,
How did that even start?
I don't even remember, man. I think I got called to the lobby. It must have been like he must have had drugs, or I caught him like dealing or something. And I was like, hey, what's that? And then we should start wrestling. Just like so.
There's a referee in the middle.
Yeah.
Get the gloves on.
Yeah.
Have you ever? Because like I think for like stand up, if I run to a comic I don't like, and if I see him again, I'm like, this fucking. Like, do you see that when you're a bouncer and you're like, look, here he is at Walmart getting groceries?
No, I mean, I think that's the crazy thing about LA is like everything's just so widespread.
Yeah.
People just live in different areas, and I think, like it was crazy because like I remember in Boston, I mean, being from the East Coast, when you dated somebody, everyone knew, and you just had to be with that person, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in LA, you can date multiple people, and at first I was just shocked. I was like, wait. You went on a date with this guy, but then you also went on a date with this guy, and then you went on a date with this guy. There was this girl, she was breaking it down. And I was like, wait, you're dating multiple people? She's like, yeah, I'm single. And it was just like, and it was just like, wait, what? That's like normal? But you could only do that, I feel like, in a city that's big enough so that no one would ever see each other in different areas, until you make it, and then you got to make it official. Then you're in one relationship.
Yeah, but then even then, like you could still hoe around and like there's a good chance you won't get caught.
Yeah,
right?
But in Boston, it's like it's a decent sized city, but once you're dating somebody, everyone knew. Like your circle of friends, like, oh yeah, he's dating her, and it was like, oh my god, what? Yeah. But like here, it was like the culture thing, and then I guess it was a normal thing, and then I was like, cool, But at first, it was like a state of shock. But yeah, that was like wild to like. I mean, what is the? Well, you guys are like a generation younger than me. What's the dating scene like in Boston when you guys were there?
In LA, 5 mutual followers. so yeah, because Emerson was
really small.
It was really small. It was like 4,000 kids.
Knows each other.
Yeah, and everyone knows each other.
Yeah.
So like, if you like shoot your shot at someone, you're like, great. Now that whole floor knows, and then that's gonna go to the club. And then that's gonna go to my stand-up meeting, and now everyone's gonna make fun of me. You ever had that?
No, once you dated someone, that was it. And then we were trying to date other people at the same time. You're a cheater, like it was like, And I think it's like Boston's like very conservative, old school, blue collar, working folks. And then you come out here, everyone's just loose and like I'm dating, and it's just like, and you can get away with it. And this is like. And then obviously Tinder and that all came along, and then it was like, oh, that's normal. You can date and not be in a relationship. But and we're not talking about one date. We're talking about like, oh, I've been dating this guy for like 4 or 5 times. We've been on a few dates. But then tomorrow I got this new guy. This girl, she was just breaking down. And I was like, what? but what if the guy's infatuated? The other guy's infatuated, and he thinks like we're a real deal. Yeah. And then you're like, oh no, I'm like gonna see this other guy, and I was like,
whore.
Yeah.
It's like a finger pointing.
Yeah. You see that meme of the dog like trying to eat, everyone's just like flipping him off. Catch that right here. That's what it's like in LA. How hard was it though? Like, because I feel like being a producer, like you're literally like on call or like always working, or like just like I feel like any job in like the film industry. It's so hard to date just because like your work-life balance, unless they're in the industry. Like,
well, when you're broke and when you're first starting out, you could date ply.
Yeah,
but I think once
oh boy,
perfect.
No, but once you're like if you're once you've established yourself, I think it does get a little harder. And it's just funny because I always have this thing, and I guess this is maybe we can segue into like coming to truth. What's the
coming of age?
No,
the segment I was telling you about.
Yeah.
Oh, sick! All right, let's do it right now.
He has to set it up first.
Okay. Yeah. Go.
And also the first part.
Wait, what?
The first part.
Oh yeah, we do. Okay. Sorry, we're
we get time.
Wait. How do I? Should I break it? Like,
what did you have something to say before you come clean about that thing? Like, were you gonna like?
Oh, you want to say
you were gonna segue into
it? Oh, here we could just do it after Dylan.
The acknowledgement. What's the segment?
I'm gonna come clean.
Yeah, I'm gonna come clean.
Yeah.
I will say I'm gonna come clean and.
Come clean right now?
Yeah, I'm gonna come clean right now.
All right. Do the thing. Sorry, there's a thing.
Holy shit.
Jesus. It's legit.
Let's go.
He's like the lighting director. It's like
it works better at night, but it's like
light leaking.
It's cooler at night, I swear.
Yeah, so it is now time to come clean with our guests. So Jenny, is there anything you want to? So like maybe we can kind of break this down for you a little bit.
Yeah, you want to break it down for me?
Yeah, I got you. So is there anything you maybe like that you haven't said out loud before that you haven't really admitted to anybody that kind of might be a little embarrassing? Something you might have done that kind of might have been bad that you feel a little bit comfortable talking about right now?
And it could be surface level too.
Yeah, like, it doesn't have to be so
Brandon
bad.
came
Like,
clean about that he stole an Otter Pop when he was like 4.
Yeah. So it could go just something you want to get off your chest.
Yeah.
Story, a plug. Yeah.
A life lesson.
Your favorite quote.
I think I would have to think about this.
Okay.
Take your time.
Or a guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
I watched 90 Day Fiance.
That's sick.
That's my guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
Is it
So
good? I want to
beautiful.
get it. People always talk about Bachelorette. I'm like, despite like what it sounds like, I feel like I enjoy that show.
Also, Jersey Shore.
Dude,
Another classic.
so sick.
Yeah.
I remember I was like, that's what my mid-20s are gonna be like, and now I'm eating sardines over the sink.
Is it close though?
What?
Like Jersey Shore to like what you're going through now?
I don't tan, but I do gym and
Okay,
laundry.
I mean, you're already pretty tan.
Thank you.
Yeah. Like, I'm naturally tan, so let's just cut that one out.
Yeah. What season are you on? You still watching?
Oh no,
it
no,
often?
it's not like I haven't watched it in a while, but I remember it's like I gotta watch every episode. This is like it was just as good as like people watching Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, but
I was like in 6th grade. I was like, this is the life.
Jersey Shore, man.
Jersey Shore was sick.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna give it to you.
Okay.
With the coming.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And you can introduce that part.
Oh God.
That was pretty good.
All right, so we're gonna give you a little bit of time. We got some where we asked the viewers to kind of like to chime in on their own coming clean. This one's looking pretty fucked up,
It's
but
completely anonymous.
It's anonymous.
And if you want to send in something, you could. We
I
do a
don't
thing
even
on
want to read
Instagram.
this, dude. This is so fucked up. I had a hamster that I got tired of taking care of, so I just stopped feeding it, and I walked around every day feeling a tiny bit like a murderer.
Jesus,
That is
holy
fucked up.
shit.
That's insane. Like, bro, you could have given it away to somebody.
Yeah.
Like,
That's crazy because like it built on. It was like, yeah, I'm doing this shit.
yeah.
I'm committed. Because one day there could be like a day where like, what am I doing? But he
For
didn't have to
real.
realize that
Like,
shit. I think a hamster could live for a while without.
Hamsters like this.
Like it had to at least take like a
Starts
week,
twitching.
you know? Like, that's crazy.
Damn,
as
that's
fuck.
pretty dark. Hey, that just means like the next person or the next thing, like after you've done that to a hamster, you're like, what
Yeah,
else
like
can I do to
It
Yeah.
just evolves. Like,
Yeah.
Like a big
Uh-oh.
rat.
It's so
Uh-oh.
wild. But at least he didn't do anything violent to it. You know what I mean?
Oh,
He just kind of just
you
left
can
it
scroll
alone.
down.
now
I
we know.
also
Now we know it's a he.
Just,
Oh.
I just assumed the pronouns. I'm sorry. It's ridiculous.
That's a
Yeah.
cold
Yeah.
one.
Like,
It's the slow way, man.
Yeah, it's like watch it
Insane.
just.
Even with dehydration.
It's running
too.
to the water. Just nothing.
Smacks it.
Just metal. Like.
Like, it's probably eating its own shit. Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
so sad.
all right, Jenny, you got to
Yeah.
match that now.
Come on, Jenny.
Shit. I'm like trying to think. I was like,
I'm sorry, I didn't give you.
okay, I got one. I'ma come clean. You know how like my car window was broken?
Oh yeah, attach photos here.
Yeah, attached photos there. So unfortunate. Bro, I literally wanted to like find where her car was. So it's just like this is like a split second like thought. I was like, get like all of her plants, bro, and just start like smashing her car down.
It's not
Dude,
too
I
late.
was pissed because like one, it was a new car.
Yeah.
And two, it's just like it's like bro, I can't drive anywhere.
Yeah.
And then you guys had to drive me, and it was just like the biggest like inconvenience, especially because like I had to go pick stuff up for the shoot.
Oh yeah.
So I was just like, bro, I was so heated, but I was like, I kept my cool, you know. I was like,
You did keep your cool.
That's God's hurdle.
Yeah.
You know.
This is for context, Jenny's parking spot. It's next to like a balcony, and our neighbor. That's our neighbor's balcony. And then one day, E-Man walks by Jenny's car, and there's just a pot on her back window, and there's just a hole.
Did it fuck anything up else like on the car? Or was it just the window?
It was just the window, thank God.
Yeah.
Dude, but you know what's really
infuriating,
funny too? That night we had to shoot on her roof or
Yeah.
on our roof. So
You're just stomping
then all
loud
of a
as
sudden,
fuck.
like I remember I was like super passive aggressive over text, and all of a sudden we had to use her ladder because we didn't have a ladder to go up the roof. So then all of a sudden I was like, hey, super random. Is it cool if we like use your ladder? Smiley face, smiley face, smiley face. And she was like, yeah. I was like, oh, great, amazing. Thank you so much. Grabbed it, came back. It was so funny. It was like, if you scroll up, so passive aggressive. And all of a sudden, hey,
You should have kept
like,
it after.
we're like friends now.
Yeah.
And I used her ladder.
You should have used that 'cause you have the higher power. But yeah.
What did she say to you though?
Like
About the whole like pot situation.
dude, it was like kind of
Oops.
annoying.
Yeah.
She was just like, she literally said, oops. She was like, oh yeah, like, it's so weird because like I've had it up there for a year and now it decides to fall. I was like, you're a fucking idiot for putting like a 20-pound pot
They could've
on your
killed
balcony.
somebody and shit,
No,
too.
literally,
Yeah,
it was
someone
like,
gonna-
went right through my window and I was like,
So crazy.
She was lucky that it didn't scratch the paint or anything.
Was it the wind? Like, what was it? It was.
Dude, I don't even know.
It was
just
hot.
looked like
It was
knocked
hot
over.
this whole. What, it just happened last week, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It was hot. Like
It was
there's no
pretty
wind.
windy last week though.
Yeah.
Could have been that.
Huh.
Got her,
And-
get her back.
Wow.
And it was so funny. Once we were up on the roof, I didn't know this until like after the shoot. But apparently we had like popcorn for like the scene, and Josh kept throwing popcorn on her balcony on all her plants, just to get her back. So now there's just like a shit ton of popcorn.
As he's throwing the popcorn, it makes one of the pots drop. Go again.
Your car gets smashed again.
Kylie said to get back at them, we should drop your car on all their plants.
Bro, I'm gonna go whole code.
Can I borrow your ladder again? Drive my car out.
But we'll get him back. We have like a couple, 9 months left in the lease.
Yeah.
We got
You got time to
revenge
plot.
going.
Use some more popcorn.
Yeah.
But,
But all right, that was cool.
1:30.
You guys have anything else to get off your chest? Eh? You wanna
Any plugs?
secret rap career you wanna do, Kevin? Eh? We got
Wait,
the resource. Oh,
oh.
ooh, Kylie wants to come clean.
Oh.
Okay. Oh wow! Look, the light goes over. Do it.
How's the light looking? How am I sounding?
Come clean, Kylie.
Can I hear myself? Okay.
Yeah.
I said two things. Is that okay?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. While you guys are doing this, I just remember like the first time I feel like I felt like immense guilt, and it was like a Christmas, or it was like before Christmas. You know, like they had those calendars where it's like every single day you punch out a date and you get a little piece of chocolate, whatever. I remember it was like my first time getting that, and I immediately went to my room. I punched out all the dates. And I started eating all the chocolate right at once. You know, all at once. I remember just standing there with my mouth full of chocolate, like, you know, what have I done? Like, you know, I ruined this whole like surprise for my mom. Yeah, that was the first time I felt like immense guilt.
Going to
you know?
hell, dude.
I was sweating, like it was bad.
Santa's gonna know.
Yeah, I have no idea how old I was. Second time, or sorry, second thing. We were doing the after school like Boys and Girl Scout YMCA type thing, whatever. The Bus Springs YMCA, and there's this kid. I think his name was Matt. I don't remember his name. He brought in this like Pokemon figure, this Rayquaza figure, and I was so jealous. It was like a Rayquaza thing that tail like spun around and stuff. It was wicked cool. And at some point, he left it at his table, and so I just like took it. I
We're gonna
put
tag
it in
this.
my backpack. And he told me, he's like, hey man, I can't find it if you see it anywhere. And I was like, no, and I was helping him look for it.
Did you check under that desk?
I'm gonna come clean. I have a similar story.
Yeah.
Kindergarten. That's funny that. And I was like, would it even make sense to tell this crazy story? But it was like literally the same thing. It was the first time I ever saw marbles. Like marbles. Like, it's like, wow, look at these little glass, shiny, colorful things. And then this kid had a whole bag. So I go steal it from him. Kid starts crying, telling everybody, I lost my marbles.
Ah.
And I was like, and then the whole class goes look for it. And then I became the hero because I found the marbles.
Actually, the one last question: did you get into filmmaking because of him? Like, did he inspire you, or was it something?
for me?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, that's amazing. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Because I remember, like, in 5th grade, like, I think that was, like, around the time when you left for LA.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, that's so cool. I'm stuck here in, like, Woburn, and Kevin's in Hollywood now. Wow.
So crazy.
And I was like, I'm gonna be there one day. I was
Yeah.
like, it's like, Kevin, I'm following you. And then I think after that, it like slipped my mind because I was just like, man, whatever. I didn't think about film at all up until like, I guess middle school when I started editing. But it was just like stupid little YouTube edits that I did because I was bored. But
I remember that. I remember you sent me some YouTube. I think some sports remix, right?
it was like NBA mix.
Yeah, NBA mix.
You had like videos popping though, right?
Yeah,
That's sick.
it was
insane,
funny
dude.
though. It was like because nobody knew it was like a 12-year-old girl that made it.
How many views did they get?
I think it was like around 20K.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
Dead ass
Yeah.
in middle school?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It was just like NBA at its
Yeah.
like Kyrie Irving.
That's still so sick, though.
Yeah.
Didn't you like
Amazing.
get a? Didn't you give like Jenny a talk where like you're like, yo, get in some music videos, and then for the next 3 years you're like in the hood shooting music videos.
I felt so bad too. I was like, you got to work on your craft. But I'm like, I saw some of the videos. These guys had guns. Like, and I was like, dude,
Never mind.
please.
Yeah.
Like, make sure they're blank. Because literally, it could have just been like, oh shit, you know, like one of the most dangerous jobs
Yeah.
in Boston.
Like first time like me and Jenny hung out, she's like, want to help me on a music video set? And she's like, yeah, we're gonna go here. And then like we're in the hood, you have like a huge backpack on.
Yeah.
And then you're like, yeah, they're having a party here. I'm like, it's November 2020. I think there's gonna be a news story. And I go upstairs, there's like 60 people shooting music video, and like 3 people have guns blank, and they did like a game where they would like take out the magazine and just shoot it at people that weren't expecting it. And then I was just in my VHS camera, I'm like, so Boston. I was like 2 months into Boston.
It's like my first time meeting all this too.
Yeah.
It's hilarious,
It was fun.
And after that, we had McDonald's, went over my house.
Yeah, and I was just shuddering the whole time.
That's crazy.
But now
Yeah.
we're here.
Do you guys have anything you guys want to plug? Anything you guys are working on right now? You want people to see Instagram, YouTube?
I guess Instagram at Jenny_Thach. I don't know which camera I'm looking at. And I have a music video coming out next week for the Brazen Youth. Speaker
Woo.
finds yours.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I have another Imma Come Clean. When I was in elementary school and middle school, you know how like Asian parents are super strict on grades? Every single like grade that I got that was below a 90, I would get like the graded paper, I would crumple it, and I would hide it in like the trash, but all the way in the bottom. But then one day, my brother was looking through something for the trash, and he found all the papers. He was like, bro, he was like, dude, what is all this? I was like, no, don't tell mom, don't tell mom. And then I look in the other trash, and I found his. I was like, bro, what is this? And he was like, oh, fuck.
Then you go through your mom's trash and you find hers.
It's all the bills, like the house being foreclosed.
It's from the apartment before.
Past dues. And like,
That's it. No more trash cans for anyone.
And it's my dad's. But yeah, that was like wild.
So you guys just both had like guns pointing at each other. So
Dude, literally the entire time, like, it was like, you know, that Spider-Man meme was like,
Yeah.
that. It was literally that. It was so funny. And then we never told my mom. My mom still doesn't know about my bad grades.
Well, I'm gonna send this to her.
This is gonna be a clip.
Yeah.
I was like, as long as she sees the report card and it's fine, like she doesn't have to see like the
That's
actual
so
like,
true.
specifics.
Yeah.
Because dude, like there's one I got like a 40. I was like, god damn. Because like a teacher also took like 5 points off because I spelled my last name wrong. I was like,
She's like,
my mom is not gonna see it.
Dad's gonna be pissed. How'd you spell it? Like TCH?
Dude, I think like it was like THAH. I forgot the C or something like that. Because I was like writing in a rush. I was like,
It's
We're gonna send you to jail at that point.
For real.
Imposter.
so funny.
hilarious.
But
What about you, Kev?
Any plugs?
Plugs. At Kevin Boston with 2 S's. I might as well do the other plugs. I also did the most Asian thing ever. I got a nail salon.
Hell yeah.
And
What do you mean, like you invested in the nail salon? Or
Yeah,
like
yeah,
opened
You own one, right?
Yeah, I own one.
Okay.
So sick.
We should
And
go.
so, Color Me Green MB on Instagram as well.
That's
Do you work there?
Oh no, my wife does.
Oh, okay,
and
okay,
she
okay.
runs it, and it's a non-toxic vegan, very LA nail salon. There's no
alright.
smell, and if you're pregnant, you can go there and still get your nails done and not
That's so
feel
crazy.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, son.
Yeah, sorry, son. I just want to get my nails done. You know, he's just gonna have to live with it. You know, but at Color Me Green, you don't have to. You can without the guilt trip. You know.
That's
I
didn't know
and
that.
then I have a prop house for affordable prop rentals, which Jenny's helping on me at sodaprops.com. I
That's
mean sodaprops, no .com. You can go to the website sodaprops.com. But,
Yeah.
so 3 little plugs.
Yeah.
What's the craziest
Beautiful.
prop you guys have in there?
I think like the coffin.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, the coffin is sick.
Used?
I still yeah.
Comes with the body.
Yeah.
Get out.
Yeah.
Get up.
It's always a trip when I see the like full on coffin. I'm like, no one's in there, but it just looks eerie as
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah, and it's like
Just-
a weird corner too. It's
Yeah.
like dark. I'm like,
Yeah.
ugh.
Aren't coffins expensive too?
Oh,
Yeah.
10 racks,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She.
I want to see. Whoa.
But,
Sick.
all
Right.
right.
Cool. It's a
Alrighty
wrap.
then.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Yeah. All right. Intro music. All right.
Thank you guys.
Jenny, first recording guest.
Love on my way, yeah. Touch on my rub on my love on my rub on my. Why do you want my dick all up inside your lips? Wanna just grab this shit? You could just grab this shit.
Also, Mikhaili came back from Greece. Mikhaili.
Are you Greek?
I am.
That is so crazy. It's insane.
Full blood. Hey, blood.
I'm
You want to say real quick who Mikhaili is too?
Mikhaili is a July Scorpio.
No.
That's so off. When's your birthday?
Can we try again?
I know it's June, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know what my birth star signs are.
I'm June 12th. So I'm a Gemini.
Nope. Oh,
I'm the latter half of the Geminis.
I heard Geminis are the worst ones, but I don't believe star signs, so I'm not gonna believe that.
Geminis are the most underrated ones.
Really?
So my sister was born in May, and so she's right at the front half of Gemini, and I'm at the back half Geminis, and like the back half Geminis are the worst ones. The front one's the coolest ones. That's all I know. I know nothing else about any of the star signs. That's all I hear.
Oh, because now when I hear someone is like really into star signs, I'm like red flag, and then I walk away.
I think
Do you guys agree with that?
Do you outwardly say a red flag and walk away? Or
No,
say
I
it
bring
once?
out a red flag and then walk away.
Oh, like,
Like a red card.
Red card. Not exactly, but I don't know. I think I've just had experiences with people who like live by it,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I feel like you're making it as an excuse to just be a shitty person. So like when I hear it, which is bad because maybe I could be in the wrong. I just like if I hear like, oh, I'm like analyzing what star signs you guys are.
I
I'm
think
like,
if
I'm
it's just
gonna
like if it's your entire personality, then it's like it's an issue.
I think it's
You know
like
what I
that.
mean?
Same with like religion. If like you live by the Bible,
Yeah.
it's like, well, you're gonna have an excuse to hate gay people.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, I think it's
So-
wild. I think it's wild as fuck to say you're like, you know, like you live by all this religion, and then it's like, and then you only like spread hate and
Yeah,
shit. Like that's
so-
never made any sense to me.
So like that's why when I hear star sign, like I was out and then I heard this one girl say like, hey, like I'm really into astrology and like I'm analyzing what sun rising you are, what moon
Mhm.
rising, and if you're like a June Scorpio, I hate you. And I'm like, that's a
Yeah.
terrible intro. Like
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Yeah, everything you just said was wrong.
Yeah, I probably, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, no,
It's kind of
100%.
like
Yeah.
if she lives by the rules, if she's
Yeah.
Christian, hey guys, no, if she's Mormon,
Yeah.
it's like, hey guys, I'm Mormon. I have
first red flag, I think.
I have 7 sister wives, and if you're black, I hate you. Like, yo,
The
fucking-
Mormons actually hate black people.
I remember hearing something. I remember my one friend said he read like the Mormon Bible.
Yeah, the
there was
Book of
something
Mormon.
like racist in it, but I don't
Yeah.
remember. I might be wrong, but there was something racist in it.
That's
But,
insane.
Yeah, but Mikhaili brought us gifts.
Are we
from
opening these on camera?
Greece, and we're gonna open this on camera.
We got like 5 minutes.
Okay. This one. All right.
So you go first.
Okay, I'll go first.
ASMR.
The first gift. Hell yeah.
Oh my
Hell
god.
fucking yeah. Got me a rocket.
A red
Got
rocket,
me a red
dude.
rocket,
I
dude.
love
This-
hot dogs.
Yo.
What?
Blow it. No, blow it for real.
Really?
Is it really a whistle?
It's not a whistle.
Gotcha.
You don't know
Fuck.
Got him.
Wait, there's more. There's more. Oh, cool. It's the Zelda thing.
Yeah.
It's the what's this
The
called again?
Zelda
Tyler?
thing?
Evil eye.
The evil eye. And then
It's not evil. It protects you from evil.
Oh,
but
cool.
It's called the evil eye.
Crete, the backdrop of all Greek mythology.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's the island. The guy
Never heard of
over
that.
My mouth feels weird now.
Never heard of
putting it in my mouth.
Don't feel weird.
And
Evil eye.
and then
And we got a coin.
cool. A Chuck E. Cheese token.
Yo.
Did you make these?
€1.
No.
Are they're actually penises, right?
Yeah.
Okay. These are
This
great.
is sick.
Yo.
Thank you, Kylie.
This is why I DM you guys for favorite colors.
That's so nice. Thank you,
I
Kylie.
want to put that in the record because I DM'd like the first time ever DMing like Dylan or Jared. I'm just like, what are your top 3 favorite colors? And then they told me the colors. I didn't say anything. I just seen, I liked the message. And that's it. I never clarified
I
anything.
thought you were hacked,
So
dude.
that's what it was. Yeah, I was hacked
Dude,
and not
that
hacked
blue,
with
that's a
other
nice
colors.
shade of blue.
Yeah, I love this blue.
Okay, and then here's this one. Is this a group? It's just a bigger.
Yeah, so there's 3 of those in there. You can each pick one.
Okay. Here, I'm gonna close. Here. Okay, it's wrapped too. Okay.
Thank you, Mikhaili.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you, man.
So nice.
This is literally amazing. Ooh. I'm feeling it's another penis.
Big penis.
Wow, a bigger. All right, all right. Let's open it.
We need like 3 cameras on at once.
Oh,
That would be awesome.
Good tiger belly.
oh wow.
Oh wow. Oh, sick! Another whistle. Is this one really a whistle?
And they're true to size too.
This one's a whistle too. Oh, sick.
What's the culture behind this?
So I got that in a little.
Oh.
I could just.
So it's coming from this little town called Matala, which is super close to where we live, and it's a hippie town, and it's very famous for the gay and rights, the gay and hippie rights movements back in like 70s, 80s and stuff. And it's now there's like all these little knickknacks all over the town, like sidewalks painted with chalk, lots of souvenirs. There's a beach right there. It's really really cool. I'll show you guys a picture later.
Yeah.
That's where I got it from.
This is sick. Do you have to like kind of like etch out the whistle? Is that what it is?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you do
it's DIY.
Oh, it's like a tongue thing.
You just do it with your tongue for a while.
Oh, can you show me?
I'll show you after.
It's like a lollipop. You have to lick to get to the center of it.
Oh,
Yeah, keep licking at it, and you'll get a whistle in there somewhere.
I think I'm gonna get cancer if I keep doing this.
For you, yeah.
Is
I
it
wouldn't-
wood?
I wouldn't do that. Yeah, it's wood.
This is sick.
Which one do you represent with more?
The circumcised one.
Like which one's a little bit more true to size for you?
None. These are too big.
Yeah, I said these are definitely like above average.
Why don't you get one my size? You went from big to even bigger. I want a real.
Oh, these are huge.
Come on, man. I don't like these because they don't really represent the real standard of men. You know what I mean? They're like, this is like porn, but keychain. Like this is what you should expect. Thank you, Mikhaili.